for redemption for that man, Brandon Moreno, who was knocked out of his season of The Ultimate Fighter by Alexandre Pantoja. Moreno in the green is the even money underdog, a small favorite. Coin flip, Alexandre Pantoja at -130 in the black. And Pantoja moving forward lands the leg kick.
And that's what Moreno brings. It's kind of a funky, unorthodox, rangy kind of style. A lot of times the solution to that is get in close, throw tight combinations.
Moreno, the 16 seed on his season of The Ultimate Fighter, and took on Pantoja, who was the 1 seed to open things up, and it was Moreno who had the better of it through the first 5 minutes. Made a mistake, Pantoja made him pay for it to stay in the house. Oh, big knee lands from Pantoja. Fast and furious action here at flyweight.
That's what I meant about the counter-striking ability of Pantoja against Moreno. He doesn't always bring his hands back tight, tends to let him float after he throws punches.
We're more than 60 seconds into this fight. Couldn't say that in the last 2 fights. But still some heavy action here. Moreno looking to lock up. Pantoja couldn't do it. Back to the center standing.
What we are seeing tonight is hungry fighters looking to make a name for themselves. That always leads to great fights. No one's trying to protect their spot. They want to move up. And that right hand over the top on the hook.
Oh, the left lands. Pushes back Moreno for a moment. And the right lands after Moreno attempts the right kick.
Straight lines beat loopy lines. That's exactly what, so far, Pantoja's throwing, especially when Moreno throws. He's getting inside of his punches. Moreno a little bit loopy with his attacks.
Low chop from the cannibal. They continue to exchange nearly halfway through the first round. 10 of his 14 wins by submission for Brandon Moreno, but we have not seen him shoot just yet. And he wears a right there. Fires back an uppercut that lands.
He's having success with the right hand. That straight right over the top keeps landing. Nice left hook.
Pantoja wobbles Moreno again.
Moreno just not paying attention to his defense. The hands are going out, but they're not coming back straight to his chin. Doesn't matter where a punch comes from, it matters where it goes back to. They're not going back to his chin.
Low kick and follows it up with the fist on the spin. Largely ineffective there from Moreno. Firefight once again. Pantoja being the aggressor. Well, Pantoja clean striking so
that
far.
Hurt him. It was a complete amount of eye poke, or did that hurt his nose? So I saw him paw his face.
Moreno is squinting after that one. 8 left, and now he's running.
Pantoja, so much confidence right now. Seems like everything he's throwing is landing.
This Chilean crowd getting behind the Brazilian in the black. Under a minute to go, first round. Oh, just misses as he was falling. Moreno backwards. Nearly in danger of eating a heavy knee. And down to the ground they go. Moreno has proven the ability to come back via submission.
Half guard now, looking to either come out on that right side or go for a sweep, but there's Darce trouble there. Moreno's hunting for it now. Don't expect him to rush it, though. He's having a lot of success with his ground and pound.
Look at Moreno is opened up after eating some of those shots from Pantoja.
He is a mess right now.
Can he last another 10 seconds? Pantoja takes the back and continues to stay busy.
And he's over the arm, so he can't defend the punches.
Well, Moreno will survive.
That round couldn't have gone a whole lot better for Pantoja. Look at this combination. Left, that jab right to the nose. Might be broken.
Don't shields, come on.
I think there's a problem with the mouthpiece.
The problem is it's not in his mouth.
Yeah. Mark Goddard letting the corner have it.
It didn't appear like they were able to completely stop the bleeding out of the nose of Brandon Moreno. We'll see how he deals with things here, as he had quite a mess to handle.
And nothing went right in that first round. Pantoja just inside all of his punches, beating his loopy shots with his straight punches, great ground and pound, accurate with his strikes. Brandon Moreno just not able to get his offense going yet. And his corner in between rounds said, box him, keep moving.
Corner asked him how he was doing. Moreno said, perfecto. You know, he's still in this fight mentally. And more of a calculated approach for Pantoja here, lands a combination.
The problem is that it seems so far as though the style of Brandon Moreno has been figured out by Pantoja. He's funky, he is unorthodox, he doesn't bring his hands back, and he's making him pay for it. That's not the kind of thing you change in between rounds.
Oh, lands a left hook, does Moreno. Pantoja wearing it well and firing back heavy shots.
It's lead right hands, and they just keep landing. No setup, doesn't necessarily need to throw a jab first, doesn't need to fake him. He knows if he throws at me, all I have to do is throw that right hand over the top and I'll hit him, and he has.
Back to the center. Two warriors hearing it from the crowd.
Yeah, but Moreno's still making a brawl out of it. He's still trying to get back in this fight. No quitting this kid. His lead leg is lumped up as well. Not a good sign if he wants to box. If you want to box, you put a lot of weight on that lead leg. It's because of that. You're seeing those bruises.
Pantoja.
Oh, he's feeling it right now.
Offers an invitation and returns fire.
Hopefully he's been watching our previous fights. It ain't over till it's over. Still gotta stay careful.
The bar has been set tonight in many different ways. And Moreno still firing back, staying busy. Nearly halfway through this second of 3 rounds. Pantoja still working the jab.
And better rounds so far for Moreno. I don't think he's winning. It was better than the first round.
Oh, high kick attempt, and down to the mat he goes.
He takes advantage of those moments when Moreno's off balance, which are often with his style.
Who makes the next move under 2 minutes to go in the second round? It's Pantoja with the high kick and connects with the left.
Jab just snapping his head back, using that bloody nose as a target.
Another low chop as he continues to soften up the lead leg of the 24-year-old from Mexico.
Little stance change, quick angle. Didn't throw Pantoja off at all. Second round slowing down a little bit because in round number 1, Pantoja was counter-punching a lot. Moreno was stepping in there looking for a brawl. Moreno slowed down a little bit, so he's not giving Pantoja the opportunities he gave him in round 1.
Pantoja.
Nice.
Getting into a bit of a firefight there. Says bring it on. See if Moreno has the energy to turn things into a brawl. Not a ton more damage taken by Moreno in this second 5 minutes, but he hasn't been able to give it out. He's wobbled there.
Nice
by
left
a
hook.
big left hand from Pantoja, who has 20 seconds to work. Knee to the body. Back to work up top. The kick misses. A stare down in the center after a furious flurry there. But these two flyweights will see a third round.
Take a look at the damage on the lead leg. Look at it. Purple on the outside because of those leg kicks.
Up close there at Brandon Moreno. We'll see how he deals. A nice embrace between these two fighters who, again, shared time on The Ultimate Fighter, and it was Alexandre Pantoja who knocked Brandon Moreno out of that season of The Ultimate Fighter. But still respect between these two.
Man, a ton. And not just the fact they faced each other before, it's their second time. He knows that his opponent, Brandon Moreno, is showing a ton of guts to still be in this fight because he has taken some hellacious damage.
Kick gets a reaction from the crowd. Moreno tried to return fire after catching it. Pantoja has been able to escape the attack of Moreno and has not sustained any big damage in this fight so far.
Now my question is, does he keep the pressure on at this point? And the first round, I think clearly was not just a win, it was a 10-8. And I think he won round 2 as well. Does he kind of take his foot off the gas, pace a little bit, and let Moreno mentally back in the fight, or does he keep the pressure on? It all depends on his fatigue level right now.
Moreno's still moving well for the damage that he's taken. But how much power does he have left with 3.5 to go?
And that's been one of the stories of the fight. They both had their moments, but Pantoja, when he lands, you can tell it hurts Moreno. And Moreno lands, it doesn't really stagger Pantoja. Big power differential when it comes to the strikes.
Into the clinch. Pantoja reverses position.
Significant strikes are not created equal, my friend. Not at all.
Big left elbow from Moreno. Perhaps gets him back into this thing. Pantoja content to let Moreno go first. Another leg kick to the left. Oh, Pantoja sending Moreno airborne with his feet to get back off the ground.
Flinging him off with his legs. Problem is that Moreno's finishes in the UFC have been by submission. He needs a finish in this third round. Hasn't been his strong suit, is knocking guys out with one shot, but that's what he needs. Hasn't been much of a ground game in this fight. No real opportunities for him to get his submission game going. And Pantoja, high-level grappler himself.
Oh, nice left from Moreno. He gets wobbled by Pantoja on the return. 2 minutes to go. And keep in mind the gas tank of Moreno. He went 5 full rounds at Elevation in Mexico City against Sergio Pettis his last time out.
And I thought he finished very strong in that fight in the 5th round.
So perhaps we shouldn't be surprised that he's still throwing with conviction.
And this kid's got guts for days. He is not going to quit.
The nose once again opened up of Moreno as he stands in the center once again for the final minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's not fight stopping bad, but really interferes with your breathing when that nose opens up. Pantoja is kind of on cruise control so far. Hurt him a couple times, but I think he's content to see the final bell unless he gets an easy opportunity to finish.
Big kick up top, caught by Moreno. They went down to the ground. Pantoja takes a look at the clock to see how long he has to last.
Yeah, there comes a time you go, look, I've given this kid everything I can. Probably still gonna be there at the end.
Moreno a little impatient. Pantoja says, I've been standing here the whole time.
You can't ask an opponent to fight your kind of fight. You have to make him fight your kind of fight. Do not expect Pantoja to suddenly get stupid and do something because he feels like, you know, Moreno's daring him to. That's not gonna happen.
Left lands, nice combination from Pantoja, under 20.
Moreno right now needs Pantoja to come forward and give him something.
Can Moreno throw a Hail Mary in the final seconds? Pantoja says, let's dance. Moreno opens up a cut, but that will not be enough. They go the distance. A clean performance from the Brazilian, Alexandre Pantoja.
Dominance from start to finish for Pantoja. Look at the combinations. Hurt him with the jab. That nose was a problem for the entire fight. Not much ground, a good ground and pound when it was there. Very, very aggressive. Really unloaded at the end of round one, but mostly a kickboxing match. And it was the kicks, the punches, especially the right hand of Alexandre Pantoja that was the difference in the fight.
With the official decision, we send it to Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges. The scores are 30-26, 30-26, and 29-27. El ganador por decisión unánime, your winner by unanimous decision, the Cannibal, Alexander Pantoja.